Yeah, that's better for all the people that miss it. You guys shouldn't be focused on the business model. We should be focusing on the skills. And I'm going to pretty much run you through today. I always talk about this. Once you have the skills, there's different options. I'm going to run you through an option today, just a simple one, and hopefully open your mind to like all the different ways you guys can actually make money from your home. Because the main reason most of you guys want to get into this is because you want freedom. You want freedom. You want to be able to make money from home. You want to, be able to see your family more, whatever it may be. That is so fucking easy to do. It is like, I'm sure you hear a lot of people say, oh, it's easy to make 10K a month. And you go, oh, fucking whatever, shut up, online. It is so easy. It is ridiculous. And I'm going to hopefully open your mind to some different options today that you guys can all go do right now for free, $0. I don't care if you're 16, you don't need to show your face, any of that sort of stuff. So I'm going to get straight into it and sort of explain everything. So first thing, obviously, we need to understand is a massive thing that lots of people just don't understand in the first place is like, what is a digital product? A digital product is pretty much something that doesn't show up in the mail. That's it. It's not a physical thing you can hold. It's on it's digital. So that's literally what a digital product means. Now, there's two sort of types. There's, obviously a low ticket, which is something that's between $20 and $1,000. This is your ebooks, your video guides, your diet plans, shit like that. Something that's obviously has value, but it's not a massive amount of value. The reason I encourage you all to try and get into high ticket is because it's a lot more profitable for you guys. It's a lot more profitable. You're going to be able to get to a 10K a month a lot easier, a lot less work, and require less traffic. So I always encourage high ticket products. Low tick is a great place for someone to start, just to get the base skills. If you don't have much money, all that sort of stuff. But I'm about to show you a way you can get into high ticket without needing any money. So high ticket's pretty much, those more valuable sort of things. So like actual mentoring, actual coaching, actual consulting. There's heaps of online PTs that do actual, mentoring on the phone with them every day, talking to them about their diets, their workouts, all that stuff. That's mentoring. That's a high ticket product. That's going to be over $1,000 for have someone sit with you every day for a year. It's going to be way over $1,000. So these are, the digital product world, it's a wide range. Don't want you guys to be pigeonholed to fucking Etsy or some bullshit, okay? And done for you services. So this is one thing that most people sort of struggle with. They don't quite understand it all. So what I'm going to be showing you today is a done for you service. So a done for you service is pretty much there's businesses out there, right? They're so focused on the product, they're so focused on whatever they're doing that they don't have time for different parts of their business. So that's where you guys can come in with a done for you service. And this is why learning skill sets are so important that are relevant to a business, because you're never going to run out of money, because there's always going to be someone wanting to sell something. That's it. There's always going to be people and businesses wanting to sell something, and you guys can fit in there. When people scale their businesses, they tend to offload stuff because obviously they can't do everything. Things are getting bigger. They need to offload stuff. So what I'm going to be sort of showing you today is, like, obviously I mentioned before, how to get to 10K a month as a complete beginner online, step by step. And we're going to be using, I'm just going to give you one example here and as an editing agency, but I'm sure hopefully after this, it will spark a bunch of ideas for you, how you guys can fit into different businesses and help different creators and help all sorts of things on the internet. So I'm pretty much going to be showing how to start an editing agency. So first thing, obviously, this does not cost anything. This does not cost anything to start, and you can start making 10K a month in 3 months, guaranteed. So the first thing we're going to need to do is learn how to edit. This is a very easy thing to do. How do you do that? You start editing videos. Fucking that simple. I would expect most of you guys, if you edited videos every day for 3 weeks, you'd know how to edit. You'd know how to edit good enough to then come in and take over someone's editing for them. It doesn't cost anything to advertise. So we're going to be using organic marketing for this. So this is another great reason. Have a bit of water. So we're going to be using organic marketing. So we don't need to worry about paying for ads or anything like that. So first step, Number one step. I want you guys to, so obviously we got to learn editing. That's the first thing we got to do. I want you guys to create an Instagram for this service. So can do this two ways. You can either do a personal brand, like I have, massive, my face is everywhere, or you can do a faceless account. So this is where obviously you don't have to show your face. This is like the number one step. So we're making an Instagram for your editing agency. With a personal brand, the things that you're going to post on this editing agency Instagram page is obviously videos of you talking about customers' problems. So obviously, what does a business owner that makes video have struggle with? Time management, or the struggle of trying to look after the back end, but not worrying about the editing. Talk about that shit. And then they'll pop up on their feed and they go, oh, I resonate with that. I wonder if this guy can fix my problem, and talk about how you can fix it. Give tips and tricks, editing tips and tricks, give value. So things you learn over your 3-4 weeks of editing and, learning to make these videos, talk like these are the videos you're going to be practicing your editing on. So you're going to make an Instagram account. You're going to start posting things like this, practicing your editing while doing this at the same time. In 3 weeks, there's no reason why, you're not pretty good at editing. You can get CapCut. I'm sure you all know what CapCut is. Free app. Use that. It's on your phone. You don't even need a laptop. Show personality, show who you are, and work that you've done. So obviously just make videos and show work that you've done. I made this video, blah, blah, blah. This is the first step for personal branding. If you're faceless, it's pretty much the exact same thing, except what you're going to be doing is you're going to be using B-roll or something like that, or doing voiceovers and showing, maybe you can grab creators videos, get the raw versions of them, and then edit it up, make an edit out of it for a reel, and then tag them in it. This is how you're going to get clients. This is how you can do it faceless. Personal brand, because we're dealing with people on the internet, personal brand is going to be so much more powerful. I would suggest you guys do a personal brand, but you can do it faceless. You can get to 10K a month very easily. But if you want to go past 10K a month, building a personal brand's the go. Because just think about it right now. Me with my followers, how hard do you think it would be for me to get, even if I I don't have an editing agency, but even if I did have an editing agency, I know how to edit very well, obviously. Even if how hard do you think it would be for me to get clients? Not very fucking hard. I could be at 10K weeks with clients within a week because I have such a massive personal brand. And I've got the skills for the back end and for everything else, which I'm going to run through now, and hopefully transfer those skills over to you. So first thing, step one, make that fucking Instagram, learn to edit. That's our main focus. Step two, we pretty much need to get a client now. So just say we've built up our Instagram, spent 3 weeks learning editing. We now need to get clients because obviously we need actual money. There's two sort of ways we can get clients. So we can either do cold outreach, which is like cold, obviously just messaging creators saying, hey, do you need an editor? Or we can get inbound leads. So we can get inbound leads with the content that you're posting on your Instagram. We can get people saying, oh, I like your editing, man. I get people reaching out to me all the time asking if I can edit their videos. And I say, no, fuck off. I'm too busy. So you building this personal brand, or you talking about editing, or you suggesting tips, all that sort of shit is going to bring people into your DMs wanting, for you to edit their videos, which is a super easy way to get a client. That's why personal brands are so good, but we still can do it cold outreach, especially at the start if you're not getting leads. So cold outreach, the way you find these people that might need an editor, because obviously there's a lot of people on Instagram. Why would anyone ever pay you for to edit their videos when they can do it themselves? It's because they have a service, they have a product, they have a business that they're running on Instagram, and they're too busy looking after the business, looking after the sales, looking after whatever, that they want to offload, mundane tasks to you guys that you can get paid a lot of money for. So the best way to look up or find people that might need an editor is first the niche. So look up the niche, whether that's dropship, whether that's fitness, whether that's Airbnb, whether that's relationship, finance, all that sort of shit. Just that's the first word we look up. Then the second word, just put in mentor, coaching, consultant, or expert. That's simple. So fitness coaching, fucking dropship expert. You get the gist. That's what you look up. It'll give you a bunch of different names. If you can see they have a page, they'll have like a link with their offer or their something in their bio. You can go through that, see that they actually have an offer. They're probably making money from Instagram. So we can now outreach to them. What we're going to be outreaching to them is be like, hey, bro, love your stuff. My name's this. I'd really love to be on your team. I think I can fix a lot of problems for you. Let's jump on a call. So those are our sort of two options with getting clients. Get clients. Once you've got someone, so obviously cold outreaching, let me just talk about that for a bit. Obviously, if we're reaching out to creators, not everyone's going to reply. Fucking no shit, right? So what you're going to need to do is reply to as many people as possible. Or reach out to as many people as possible. If you guys reach out to 100 people a day, I would expect maybe 5 reply. And then maybe only 2 are interested in your thing. So it's going to be a bit of a grind to get, clients, especially if you're cold outreaching, but it's worth it because you don't need many. So I'm going to talk about that in a very quick second. So once you've got someone to reply to you, hop on a call with them. Say hop on a call with them. What you're going to be talking about on this call, very simple. Go over the problems that they're having. What problems are you having right now? Okay, you got these problems. Oh, yep, you're too busy. Okay, too easy. What do you feel like sort of missing? Oh, you can't get videos out quick enough. Too easy. How you can solve it. So what I can do is I can make these videos for you, like you said you were missing. I can do this. I can do that. How does that sound? Yes, it sounds very good. Too easy. This is how much it's going to cost. Close them. And then straight after that, you're going to ask for a referral. You're going to be like, awesome, man. So now that we're working together, I was just wondering if you had any other people that you maybe network with that want, an editor as well. And then that's how you're going to get referrals. That's how you're going to build your client list even quicker than just cold outreaching. So to start with, if you're struggling to get clients, maybe take on a client and ask to do it for free. Just do it for free for him to start with. Then after a week, you show him what you're sort of capable of, then you can start charging him. No one is ever going to turn down free editing. If you get a business to reply to you and you can get them on a call and you say, I'm going to edit for you for a free week. If you like it, let's go from there. They're not going to say no. They'd be fucking retarded. Even if they don't use the video, they just want to see what you like. They'd be retarded to say no. So that's one thing I definitely suggest. That's how that's the step 2, getting clients. Now, step 3. So this is so you guys understand how easy it is to get to 10K a month with this digital product that's a done for you service. One client, we're going to charge about $400 a week for 2 reels a day. So that's about 2 hours of your day editing, right? That's it. 2 days, you can do this, extra $400 a week. You got one client, one person you have to deal with, $200 extra a week. Very easy, very easy. 400 extra a week. Obviously, we need more clients to get up to 10K a month. So 3 clients you've now replaced your fucking income. Look at that. Most of you guys are probably getting paid $1,200 a week. You get 3 clients, 3 people on the internet. That is it. 3 people on the internet to let you edit their videos. You have now replaced your income. You can do this job from wherever you want. You can move to Bali and just edit fucking videos. It does not matter. This is how easy this shit is. 3 people. That is it. That's 6 reels a day, 6 hours work. Just think that you guys are slaving away somewhere. You can wake up early, smash out 6 hours, and then go do whatever the fuck you want for the rest of the day. That's it. It's so easy. 7 clients. Now, this is where it starts to get a little bit harder. So it's super easy to replace your income. Super fucking easy. We can now work from wherever we want. And you've replaced your income. You're living a comfortable life. But to get to 10K a month, which is where most of you guys want, and where this is where all the freedom is going to come from, because we want as much time as possible. So to get to a 10K a month, charging at $400 a week for 2 reels a day, we're going to need 7 clients. To do 7 clients, 2 videos a day, it's going to take about 14 hours for you guys to edit all that. So obviously you're going to be slaving away like a dog. We don't want that. obviously it's cool to go live in Bali and get 10K a month, but if you're slaving away all day, every day, not very cool, right? So what we are going to do, this is where I guess a lot of people fall off and a lot of people struggle with, and I'm going to give you the whole fucking system on exactly how I would do it and how I've seen other people do it. I know this fucking system works. So we're going to go through that right now, because obviously we can't do 14 hours days every single day for the rest of our lives just to get $10,000 a month. And how are we ever going to get past it? So this is how we're going to do it. So step 4. So just say, I'll just run through everything real quick again. Step 1, we've made our fucking Instagram. We've started posting. We're practicing editing. Everything's sweet, right? Step 2, we started reaching out to clients. Now that our Instagram's set up, we've got decent at editing. We started reaching out to clients. We land a client. We get someone to reply. We hop on a call with them. I'm going to give you free editing for a week. Too fucking easy. Let me hop on it. Let's do it. Too easy. I'm happy to pay you. Let me run you through it. Step 3, we build it up. We get referrals. We keep going on cold calling, whatever it takes to get more leads. The better content you post on your Instagram, leads are going to come to you. That fucking simple. You won't even have to cold outreach. Step 4, delegating tasks. So this is where everyone's going to struggle, and it's going to be the hardest thing, but it's going to be where you get your freedom. It's going to be where you're going to be able to pretty much run this shit on autopilot, not have to edit anymore, make $10,000 a month from your phone, and just sit back and relax. So delegating tasks. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be training up Filipinos. So that sounds weird to a lot of people, but it fucking pretty much everyone does it. So we're training up Filipinos. You're probably, to make 10K a month, we're going to get 2 Filipinos, and we're going to probably get them to, they do split shifts. So they only have to work about 7 hours each. And all you have to do is oversee everything and make sure that everything's done to a standard and on time. That's it. That's each morning you wake up, you make sure everything's done to the right standard that you like or the client's asking for, and make sure it's on time. So you're running now just a little team of offshore Filipinos. Now, they're very cheap. I'm about to show you a website where you can go find these people. Anyone can go do this. Anyone can hire a Filipino. It's legal. Telstra does it. Okay. So, most people pay Filipinos around $2 an hour. Their yearly wage normally is $3,000 a year Australian. So they're very cheap. They work very well. This is how you're going to start delegating tasks and get your freedom back. So this website here, Online Jobs, this is where you can pretty much find any virtual assistants. Now, pretty much all your favorite creators will have virtual assistants. This is where you'll be able to find virtual assistants that are keen to learn editing, keen to work, because they get to work 7 hours from home anyway as well. So it's good for them. This is where you can put a job application up. You'll get a bunch of replies. I can guarantee you that. And then you can just interview them, find out who's good, who's keen, and start training them up. They're very good. They are very good workers. They'll understand. Sometimes language is a little barrier, but you can get over it very quick. Most of them can speak really good English. So once you've obviously replaced your income, where am I? Where's the clients thing? Here. So now we've replaced our income with our 3 clients. We're working 6 hours a day. If we want to go to the 10K month, all we've got to do is now start delegating tasks. You can do it with Aussies if you want, but the profits aren't going to be there. So now we're going to train up a team. So train up a team. The way we're going to structure this team, because you probably this is where things can start to get messy if you don't have a solid system. So first thing, what we're going to do is you guys are going to get Trello. So this is I guess organization sort of thing that a lot of people use. I use it all the time. And you're going to set up a Trello. It's free to a certain extent, but you guys will not need the paid version. So this is free. This is how you're going to set up your Trello. So you're going to have video ideas, raw filmed, in progress, finished review, ready to post, posted week 1. So what this actually looks like and what this actually means is, so just say you've got a client. So now we've got a client, he's making videos. what he does is he'll put his videos ideas in here just so he can have his stuff organized. Once he's filmed those videos, he's going to chuck them into raw filmed. So now what your Philo or you can do is you can now move it from here to in progress once you've started working on it. So you've got the raw video, you started working on it, you're editing it, it's in here. I'll just make a card real quick so you can see. So just chucking it, it's probably just the title or something. So we've got our card. This means like a video. So the client puts it in here. When the client's got it filmed, he puts it in there. When we've got it in here now, we can now move it and we're ready to edit it. We move it to in progress. So this now shows the client that we're editing this video for them. Now what happens is once you've finished it, you just chuck it over into finished review. The client's now going to look at it, review it, might chuck some notes, just say they want to change something. He might go, change this. You go save, too easy, and then we can read the note. We go too easy. We can make some adjustments, put it back in there. The client can also put notes in here how he wants it. The video, maybe put some examples, some links, and then put it in there for you to make it easier to edit. So you can see in there. Now, once it's in here, finished review, the client, when he's happy with it, will put it into ready to post. Now we don't even have to worry about it. So this is ready to post. Once the client's decided to post it, he can put it into here. And this is how it's so organized. So you can see now, you'll have a Trello per client. You'll have it all organized in here. All you have to do is move it from raw film to progress to finished. That's it. And then the client looks after the rest, and it's super organized. They can see everything, you can see everything, and you don't run out of you don't lose your mind, because when you're dealing with 14 videos a week, maybe they'll upload everything at once. And if you're doing it over email or some bullshit like that, it's going to get very messy very quick. So Trello is a great way to sort of set up a system for this. This is really all you guys will need. You just need this per client. Put your client on there, put a Philo on there to edit their videos. You're sorted. So now, payment. That is sort of the next thing. Payment. I know you got your hand up, Beck. I'll answer some questions at the end. Payment is sort of, you can do a couple different things for you guys. You can send invoices on PayPal. You can pay, the best way to pay Filipinos or offshore people is with Wise, because it's got a low, what do you call it? Like transaction fee. I think that's what you call it. Transaction fee, very low transaction fee. And then Stand Store is another option as well. The way you would sort of charge your client, you can either do, just a simple invoice on PayPal, or you can set up a digital product on your Stand Store. I've got a perfect example here that I just made in like 2 seconds. So obviously just editing services. I'll just smallify this. Editing services, $400, just some simple stuff in there so they know what they're getting. They pay for this, you get paid through Stand Store, and then you can deliver, I guess, the Trello to them, and they can just come in here, buy this each week. Or you could just do PayPal invoices, and then you'll pay for those through Wise as well, I suggest. But yeah, that's all the systems you will need. So fucking simple. It's ridiculously simple. Now, roadmap. So this is pretty much what you guys, if you guys started this, doesn't matter if it's an editing agency, just think of like any skill that a business person might need. This is like, you do the exact same thing, except it might be editing, it might be scripting, it might be maybe you're good at sales and you look after their sales for them, whatever it sort of may be. But yeah, this is pretty much like the roadmap and what I would expect you guys to be achieving in this certain amount of time. So in 1 month, I would expect you guys to, have your Instagram built and have the editing skills down. The editing skills are there because you've been posting every day. I've got other masterclasses. I'm not going to get into all that sort of stuff. I've got other masterclasses that go into how to market yourself, how to market anything. That I can send you all. They're free, but I'm not going to go into it because I've gone over it 1,000 times. start outreaching people and or receiving leads. So I would expect all these things to happen in the first month. In the first month, you're reaching out to people, you've got your Instagram set up, and you're receiving leads or you're outreaching to someone. Month 2, I would expect you to have landed 3 clients, at least 3 clients. So in month 2, I would expect that you've replaced your income with this simple fucking skill of editing. You've replaced your income if your income's about 1,200 a week. Obviously, and then also start training the philo. So while you've replaced your incomes, I would start building your team out. Start building your team of other editors, and building all that out. So by the time they're done by month 3, you might have had some more clients come in. You might have to say, sorry, I just need a week and then I can take you on, or I need 2 weeks and then I can take you on. Then at month 3, I would expect your philo, all your teams to be ready and you to start landing 7 clients and scaling. 3 months, I would expect that you're at 10K a month. And also with this method, like the way it's set up, you can get as many clients as you want. You can keep growing bigger and bigger. You can just build your team out, build your system out, just keep making it bigger. And then you just continually scaling. And all you're doing is overseeing the whole thing. So simple. So simple. So with this this is just to explain what a done for you service would be and how stupid easy it is to make money online. So that's sort of what a done for you service would look like, is you guys come in and look after a part of someone's business for them for money. It's that simple. It's a done for you service. You're editing, done. Don't even think about editing anymore. I've got it. So there's so many different business models or ways to do this. But this is just a simple thing. But realistically, where am I up to? That's the roadmap. Realistically, the skills you will need to learn, because obviously you're going to have to learn stuff. Most of you guys probably never tried this before. The skills you have to learn is, first thing, you'll have to learn editing. No shit. If you wanted to do this, the next thing you're going to have to learn to do is appointment setting. So appointment setting is obviously trying to reach out, talk to people, over text, sort of using sales in text, right? Appointment setting. The next thing you're going to need to learn is remote closing, because you're going to be hopping on calls with people and you're going to need to convince them that your service or product is the best, and it's exactly what they're missing. So that's exactly what remote closing is. So you're going to need to learn appointment setting and remote closing. I've got remote closing there twice. That's how important it is, I guess. And then obviously marketing. So I've got other masterclasses that I'll put into this Ethan's Insight group for you guys to all access, that go over marketing in so much more detail. But this is sort of just giving you guys different ideas. But yeah, realistically, all this stuff comes down to, big shocker, sales and marketing. Every single business will need these 2 skills. Most businesses do not learn these skills. Think about all the businesses that are in your town right now, all the shops, do you think they learned sales and marketing? No. They're just so focused on the shop or the products and all that sort of stuff that they don't worry about sales and marketing. Every single successful business worries about sales and marketing. That's simple. That's why it's a high income skill. That's why if you guys learn it, every single business is going to want you. They're going to want you because they never learnt it, and they'd rather palm it off to you so you can, take care of that whole thing, make their business grow. Your business grows in the same time, or your agency or your done for you service. Too easy. This is what I mean by, once you learn the skills, you can never be broke. So this is pretty much, when I talk about that and saying learning the skills, you have all these options. This is just one. This is one I whipped this presentation up in 5 minutes. This is just one idea I had. You can do the exact same if you're a barista. You can do the exact same if you're anything you can think of. I bet you I can make you fucking 10K a month online from wherever you want with the skills of sales and marketing, if you have these skills. So pretty much this is just a simple roadmap that you guys can follow, fucking literally step by step. You cannot fuck this up. on how to make 10K a month. Obviously, it's going to take work. Obviously, it's going to take, you putting in some learning. But if you think about it, in 3 months, you could be out of your job making 10K a month. And now you don't need to worry about your mum, uh, stressing about groceries. You don't need to worry about waking up to some alarm anymore. So do I think it's worth it? Yes. And hopefully all you guys do too. I learned sales and marketing, with learning sales and marketing properly. Obviously, like there's uni sales and there's uni marketing. It's not real sales and marketing. It's not like how to, um, uh, it's not like how to, I guess, go viral on the internet. It's like a different type of marketing. Where I learned sales and marketing was in an academy. I would suggest, I know you guys can learn on YouTube. I've got all my master classes. You don't need to, but that's where I learned. So the best way for me to learn was having someone else there telling me what to do, especially with sales, because it does require, I guess, a lot of feedback on what you're actually doing. So that's what I would suggest a lot of you guys do. But if you want to learn by yourself and you don't want to, go through an academy, go through mentoring, go through any of that, all the free info's there. Fucking go for it. Like seriously, it's everything is on my fucking YouTube right now. But this is just another simple idea for you guys. If you do want sales and marketing training and you think you might need a mentor, you might need something like that, that's fine. I needed a mentor when I fucking first started. Shoot me a message, just S&M, sales and marketing, and I can try organize something for you. But obviously, I can't guarantee everything because I don't know where you guys are at and your stories, all that sort of stuff. So shoot me a DM, maybe we can have a chat. But if you're on YouTube watching this recording right now, I'll leave a link in the description where you can book in a call to then have a chat about maybe learning something like this and getting, actual sales and marketing training. But like I said, everything is right here. All my other masterclasses cover everything you need to. Yeah, this is how you can go make fucking 10K a month from your phone, from wherever you want, and have complete freedom. Simple digital product. It's a digital product. It's a done for you service is a digital product. Hopefully, this has sort of opened your eyes on like what's sort of possible for like it's digital products aren't just an Etsy thing, and like learning the skills are important. I hope you all can sort of see the value in that now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll have some questions now, if you would like. The way I run questions is there's down in the bottom, there's like a reaction thing, and then there's like a hand. If you just raise your hand if you've got a question, and then I can answer it. Or not. San, here we go. San Cisco.
Yeah, sorry, my name's Francois.
That's it. How you going?
No, no complaints on this side. I just have a basic question. I don't have something at mind now which I can just like throw out that's maybe like how can I say worth a question, but I'm just wondering like I'm still working a 9 to 5, but I can't just leave my job and say, okay, I do this like 24/7. So would it be like possible to teach myself these skills in a let's say instead of a month, maybe I take 2 months to like build a good foundation? Will I be able to do this?
Yeah, 110%. I started this when I was out in FIFO, bro. Um, Obviously not editing agency. Like I was just learning sales and marketing. I've never had an editing agency, but I could very easily if I wanted to, because I've got the skills there. So I started learning when I was out in FIFO. I was doing 12-hour days, fucking for 3 weeks straight. So there is absolutely no reason. Obviously, there might be, some sacrifices. You might have to stop going out on the weekend with the boys to put a bit of time into this, but realistically in 3 months for you to learn the skills is very realistic. If you wanted to leave your job, I understand not everyone wants to leave their job. Lots of people do though. But yeah, you can definitely learn this while still at work. um yeah, I can say
No,
that
no.
I can say that confidently because I've done it.
Like to be honest, like I'm currently in South Africa, like I'm making like 20,000 rand a month. That's like if I'm taking it to US dollars, that's like $1,200 a month. So if I can like even double that on with this, how can I say, digital product, I would, if I can do that within a 6 month time, then for sure I'm gonna leave my job. Like I'm not even gonna lie, but no, I'm just wondering. And yeah, it's like other than this, because I see your Instagram videos and I see like it's like more like reels, but it's not like the actual like how can I say, not like you say you've got tutorials, but do you have it like on YouTube, or where precisely do you have it if I want to do more research on this?
So I've got some YouTube videos. I've got some other guides that just aren't on YouTube. They're like unlisted YouTube videos. But just message me, bro. I'll send it all to you. Once
Okay, thank you very much. And
easy.
then just the last thing, yeah, now I can't remember what I wanted to ask.
That's all good.
There isn't someone else who wants to ask something, then I can just think about it and come back.
There's plenty. There's a couple people with their hands up, so I'll go to them, bro.
Okay, I'll lower my hand and then when I remember the question, I'll ask again. But thanks very much.
No worries, brother. No worries. Beck, I'll just unmute you.
Uh, oh, thank you, mate. Um, I was just wondering, I have two accounts, one my private one and one because I used to work in three zoos, and I post all my animal photos there. Could I still make content with the second Instagram, with my existing Instagram account, or no?
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It depends. Like, are you going to do it faceless or personal brand?
Probably do it faceless.
Yeah. Doesn't
Um, just makes it so much easier.
doesn't matter what Instagram account it is. Yeah. As long as it's public.
Okay. Yeah, it is public. I just don't know how to get more followers into looking at my photos.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I would suggest Reels, for all you
Reels?
guys here. Reels and videos is like how you actually grow following. The way you like to think about it is photos and carousels. That's for your own followers that
Mhm.
you've already got. Reels is for how you grow. Like I only pretty much
Okay.
I don't post videos because I'm trying to grow my personal brand. So I just do Reels. Because that's what actually goes on the Reels page, if that makes sense.
Okay. All
Awesome.
right. Because I also work, as you probably already know, I work FIFO as well.
Mm.
So yeah, I want to know how I would do that. And I'm quite FIFO.
Yeah. Well, you can start a brand new page. But yeah, it's very possible.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
No worries.
And is it
Oh, sorry, I just mute. 21 Ru- Ruli, if that's your name.
Yeah, close enough. Thanks, Ethan. So I have a question which I don't know if you will be the best person to ask, but I think you, with your knowledge and experience, would be able to give me a interesting perspective. So I'm a musician. I was working in IT for like more than 2 years. I quit that job about a year ago
Hmm?
to pursue music full time, and also because I had like just enough to sustain myself for some time. So, what would you do, or what would you suggest I do uh, to grow both as a musician as well as monetize? Because in the music industry, small artists don't really get to monetize too much.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So it's super simple, bro. Attention is the new currency. That's simple. Attention is the new currency. And if like you guys don't understand that yet, this is like the first thing. So even if you want to be a musician, bro, even if like whatever that is, you need to build a personal brand. That's simple. You need to blow your personal brand up. So you need to learn marketing. Simple. you need to get good at making content. Most artists right now, the only reason they blow up is from TikTok or some stuff like that. You think those songs blow up by accident? Definitely not. They pay people that are good at content to start pumping that. Music producers do. Maybe you get good at content yourself and you can start putting that out. The easiest way for you to blow up right now, because you don't have much money, and to start make this massive personal brand and build like your music, personal brand, guarantee. It is the quickest way and it's also the cheapest way. So hopefully that makes sense to you. That's what I'll be doing.
Right. No, it does make sense. Just that, like how you said about the editing agency, for example.
Yeah.
So because I'm like an independent musician, I'm doing all this stuff myself. Like even whether it's my content that I'm making, even that I want to edit it myself. So do you think it's a wise decision to probably do that on the side as well, and all these other things, or better to streamline it to do just one thing right now, like just the personal brand, let that blow up and then see?
Um, Look, bro, if you're really strapped for cash, like obviously, you don't want to wait around. Like it might take 3 months for you to even start getting some traction on your personal brand. But with an editing agency, you can start making money. You can be at 10K a month, 3 months. So if you're strapped for cash, start that up. Because like I said, you can offload everything and not really have to spend much time on it. You can spend like 2 hours a day on it max, and be still making 10K a month. And then put all the rest of your time into your own personal brand and music and all that other stuff is what I'd suggest.
Right.
But like it
Ethan,
doesn't have to be an editing agency. Like I have like the whole point of that was like the whole like opportunities. That like it can be script writing, could be like sales. You can fit like if you learn sales just for the skill of sales by itself, you can now fit into businesses just with sales. So there's so many different options, but like those are the two skills I'd be focusing on to then do any of those options I just suggested.
but for sales, how do you like? Do you just be a freelance salesperson?
Pretty much like the exact same way I did it. I think my last masterclass I went over this, how to
Okay.
with sales and the different opportunity. I'll put it up into the group after this, bro, so you can check it out.
Okay.
Easy.
Thanks a lot, Ethan.
No worries, brother. Who we got? Who hasn't been? Jamie Coltart. Hopefully you got your name right.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you, bro.
Yeah, I just want to ask if you've seen personally success from people that have just done this just from what you've been talking about, not going through the academy and just going to completely doing it on their own.
Just the like editing agency just by himself.
Yeah, so you talked about maybe seeking mentorship, but have you seen personally people completely just doing it on their own and then growing to the same level?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. 100% I do. Obviously, their process might be a little bit more dragged out, and they might not be able to scale as high. Just because like for me, like I just lacked guidance. Like I didn't have anyone around with me. That's why I went with like an academy. But I know plenty of editors and plenty of people that would be above 10K a month, and they would have just done it all by themselves, just by obviously putting in the reps and practicing. Because most of this stuff, like these skills, the way you learn them is by doing it and then just trying to get better each time. That's it. The way you get better at editing is by editing. The way you get better at sales is by selling. The way you get better at marketing is by marketing. So yeah, it's not a necessary thing. There's plenty of free info. I've pretty much got all the info you need on my own YouTube. So yeah, it's more than possible, bro.
For sure. Cheers, bro.
No worries. Sam, don't know what your last name is, but I'll ask you to unmute.
Hey there, Ethan.
How you going, brother?
Good, good, good. I'm from New Zealand, bro. Just on the bottom, and I have one question for you, and I hope you can understand me. It's just that I want to ask, what's the first mentor that you pursued, that you were looking for when you first started this?
The first mentor like I got,
Yeah, what type of mentor did you pursue at first?
sales and marketing. Sales and marketing's what I pursued. Like I just got into a sales and marketing academy that sort of had, it's not just like one person, because I sort of value more than one person perspective. Like I'm sure like if any of you guys are tradies here or something like that, um, you know, you get different perspectives of things by working with different tradies, especially as apprentice. So it's the
Yeah,
exact same with this stuff. Um,
most def.
so like going with an academy, having more than one person that's sort of walked the path I want was like what I wanted. But like, yeah, like I said before, like at the start, I never like, I want to make money online. Let me learn digital drop shipping. It was like, I want to make money online. I need to learn sales and marketing. And that's what worked for me. And that's worked for pretty much everyone that I know. So that's what I would suggest to all you guys, just because it worked for me. So like, it's that simple.
So just to clear the answer that I got from you, is it just one mentor, or how many mentors would you say?
Oh, multiple, so many. And like even when you network with people, once you guys get going and you start networking, you get a name for yourself, all that sort of stuff. Like I've got multiple people I can call now that are not like I would say mentors, but they're people that are in front of me and they can answer any question I've ever got. So that's why mentoring and getting an academy and maybe a community or something like that's outreaching to people that are doing the thing you want to is super important for me.
Yeah.
And
Okay. Thank you very much for that one. I also have one more question. It's little. Just I don't want you to deeper as it is. I just want to ask you, how did you like progress your confidence? Like, basically, what I'm trying to say is, how did you like level up your confidence as you are, who you are today?
yeah,
And yeah,
yeah, for sure. I guess like there's all sorts of different levels of confidence. So like which one would you say you struggle with the most? Like thinking what other people think, or is it just like confidence in yourself that you can do it? Is it like, which because there's like confidence can mean a lot of things. There's people as
yeah.
confident in some things. What do you feel like you would struggle with?
Like you mentioned, the last one's confidence within yourself. I just want you to elaborate on that, please.
Yeah, for sure. So like for me, like and a lot of people, like I can seem like this big person on the internet that has all these followers and I'm special and I've figured something out or something like that. You guys need like the biggest thing I realized was that no one like we're all the exact fucking same and there's no difference between me and you or anyone or like the person down the road. Like we're all just fucking humans. The only difference between you and me is that I've just started and I've just been doing it longer. That's it. You're
Nice.
I'm not smarter than you. I'm not more special than you or anything like that. So with with like once you realize that and you properly internalize that like Bill Gates is no fucking different to me. He's just been doing that shit longer. That's it. So like why the fuck can't I do it? All I need to do is start and just do it just as long as him and have that same hunger. So once you realize that and you internalize it, um, you realize that everyone's fucking humans and there's absolutely no reason why you can't do it.
Yeah, great, great. So the main key point that I took from this was, uh, practice makes perfect, and yeah, like you said, Bill Gates and all those billionaires, they just put more time to their dream or whatever
That's it.
they
It's,
believe in. Yeah,
yeah, it's the only difference. No one starts the shit knowing. You have to start knowing nothing and you have to make mistakes to then learn. Like it's that simple. So everyone starts at the exact same spot. So yeah. And I'm never going to judge you for starting something. Like, how they say, um, a fit person's never going to judge a fat person in a gym. That's never going to happen.
yeah,
Um, same way, like a business owner is never going to judge you for trying to start a business. So that's where I guess I get my confidence from that and what I sort of realized. that helped me sort of back myself and go, you know what, I can actually do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah. When was the first time you thought about pursuing this, what you're doing right now? So, like, what age were you and what made you think about this?
Probably like I probably didn't properly think about like maybe making money online or maybe posting content and all that sort of stuff was like my thing to like a year and a half ago. I started seeing different things and thought maybe this is something I could do, but put it off for, probably a good 6 months. Um, so that's probably when I started thinking about it. But I've only been doing this for like, I think it's just about to be 9 months, bro. That's it. Like I'm still so fresh to this, and so fresh to business and so fresh to the online world. And everyone's fresh to the online world because if you think about it, the internet's only been around for like 10 years. So what's about to happen is going to be fucking explode. So yeah, not very long, bro. I'm only a little bit in front of you, realistically.
Yeah, and you're good at it, and I just want you to keep it up. You're much appreciated by all of us. I'm pretty sure, especially me. I look at you as a good, like a Samaritan or superior person. You're just doing a great work, Ethan. And I just want to say thank you for answering all my questions, and that would be it for tonight.
Thank you, bro. Um, Definitely not above you or a Samaritan. Like I said, I'm the exact fucking same as you, bro. But all good. We've got some more questions. I'll go the people that haven't had a question yet first. Leslie, is
Hey man, yeah, how you going?
good yourself?
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Just one thing I wanted to clarify was like volume beats luck every time. And the more you put into anything, the more you're going to get out, whether that's going to be success or failure, you're going to find out quicker if you put more time into it.
110%. That's with everything. Everything I've ever done, volume will always beat it. So that's why I always say, like, people like, oh, like you sort of talking about like with videos or just like trying anything really.
Myself,
Mm,
oh, just in general, man, like
yeah.
anything you put time into, you're going to be able to, find out more about yourself and whether it's something that you want to do. But yeah, or just in general, overall.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
100%. 100% agree. Um, that's how I do everything. It's how I've done everything since I've started this is just volume. Because the more you try, the more you get a feedback loop, the more you learn, the more you can go again.
100%, man.
Yeah. So 100% agree.
But yeah, so my question was, do you incorporate AI into any type of like automating anything that you do, like throughout the steps that you provided tonight anyway?
Yeah. For the steps, like for a editing agency,
Yeah, that for example, I guess like that's a good one to sort of touch base on anyway, because a lot of that could be automated, like the outreach,
yeah. Yeah.
um, making the videos,
So
or sourcing the videos anyway.
we like for I wouldn't do too much. Instagram hates when you put some bot in it or something like that. I know that. I don't have any
Okay.
bots. I don't have any bots in my Instagram because it hates it. It hates it. It hates outside sort of external like third party shit. Um
Okay.
so but like there's no reason why you can't use AI for scripting ideas and you can't use AI for all that tracking stuff that I've shown you.
Yeah, exactly.
You can set up automations and stuff for that. So that's AI. Um,
100%.
all like as you build this is like a very basic like 10K a month. Like you won't need to do that. But if you wanted to make 10K a week, which is very possible,
Yeah.
you could chuck automations on all of that stuff. And there's automations on Trello that you can use as well. So
Okay, sweet, man.
me personally, like where I'm at now, I have heaps of automations. Not on Instagram, but like in the back end of my business
Yeah.
and other stuff, but nothing to really do with Instagram, if that makes sense.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So just different content pillars like email marketing and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, just like shit like that is like
Yeah.
what you'll you'll automate.
Okay, no dramas, man. Yeah, I just wanted to touch base and see if you actually use anything for it.
Yeah. No, besides little tasks, not really.
Okay.
Just because like I explained, like this shit's it's not hard.
Yeah, you don't have to go, oh, I can't think, I can't do it. I'm just gonna get AI to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
No, sweet, man. Thank you.
No
Oh,
worries.
actually, sorry, I had one more question. Um, my stepson's interested in like the online world making money in lots of different ways, but let's say for clipping or a content agency, like if it because he's only 14, what would be some advice that you would give to him?
For him, 14, like if he wants to make money online, obviously he's still got school.
Yeah, that's no, he's still at school. Yeah.
Yeah. So like for him, like why not start an editing agency? Like he could be so good at like I think how old's he now? I know he's 16 and a half. I know he's 16 and a
Yeah.
half. It's making like 10K a week with his editing agency.
Brutal.
So
Yeah, so they're getting into it young and they're learning everything
yeah,
at
because
that age.
with what I just explained then, if you've got a 14-year-old that knows sales, knows marketing, knows how to run a team, knows how to do systems,
Oh man, he'd be unstoppable in any market, in
like
any niche.
yeah, exactly. So that's what I'd suggest. That's the
All
shit.
right, sweet, man.
That's the shit they don't teach you at school.
No, that's yeah, exactly. Exactly, man.
Yeah, but that's what I'd
All right.
suggest. It's a perfect
No,
thing.
thank you.
Except
Thanks, man.
obviously, you might need to get his parents to get him an ABN or something.
Yeah, well, that's sort of the hardest thing because obviously they can't make any type of accounts realistically.
I don't know if
Um,
I had to say that actually, but
yeah, I'd sort no, like he can't get an ABN anyway, but I think you can hire children. It's only if you're trying to do like trying to lower your tax um, for trusts and stuff. Like I think there was a law that you used to be able to put a certain amount of money into a trust, and now they've cracked down on that, so you can't do that for anyone under 18.
yeah, right. Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'd suggest learning all that stuff.
No, sweet man. I'll pass that on. Yeah, thank you.
No worries. We'll just go soy.
Hey, what up, Ethan?
How you going, mate?
What up, man? I have a question for you. Just one grammar question. The philos? Yeah, the philos. You spell it wrong, dude. I'm a Filipino
Oh,
myself.
did I spell it wrong?
Yeah. PHILO. That's wrong. It's FILO.
Well, there you go.
Philo.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry I spelled it wrong.
It's okay. I was like, damn, he spelled it wrong.
Oh,
Anyways, I have a question on ABC community, man. How does the process like how do you get in?
so there's like obviously like ABC is like the academy I learnt with.
Yeah,
You'll need to like get a referral. Like no one can just join it, obviously, because it's a closed community.
yeah,
Um, you, like I refer some people. Like I know we've hopped on a call. But then you pretty much need to go through like an interview process, pretty much.
I see. Did it with you or with another dude?
Um,
Or you need to get another interview?
Another dude. Sometimes I can do it. Obviously, you just got to talk to different people in there. But like if that's something you're interested in, definitely just message me. And then I can see if I can sort something out.
Okay, I'm definitely interested because I can't do this by myself.
Too easy.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right, mate. Thank you.
Sorry for the spelling mistake.
It's okay. Okay.
Righto. We'll do a couple more questions. Uh, France. I forgot your name. Francisco. Don't know how to say it. No, too easy. We'll go iPhone.
Uh,
Hey mate,
I
how you going?
Good.
Yeah, I was just wondering what you think the most effective way to grow a brand, or get like clients passively, whether it's like Instagram Reels or if you run TikTok, obviously there's like YouTube Shorts and stuff. Do you think a mix, or is there one particular one that you're like, that is just goated?
Right, what great question. All of them, all of them. I would say the biggest depends what niche you're in as well. Like if you're in an older generation niche, maybe Facebook,
Yeah.
think about that. But Instagram Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, I'd be on every single one because if you think about it, and as a personal brand, or something there, maybe you're doing like you're building someone else's brand, like in someone else's um some sort of face there is going to sell so much more than a faceless account. But being on every single one, and think about like you don't have to make a new video for each platform. Like if you make one video, post on YouTube, YouTube Shorts, post it on TikTok, post it on Instagram, you've just got the most you can out of that one video. So post it everywhere is what I'd say.
Yeah, yeah. And do you reckon with YouTube, with the longer form content, do you reckon that's the same as how you're describing, um, posts on Instagram are mainly for the followers you have? Would you say that's the same for YouTube videos, or do you think it's worth posting long form videos and shorts?
Depends what you're doing. Let's just say you were trying to grow a building company. You're trying to bring the presence of a building company bigger on the internet so you could get more clients through that way and grow internationally or something like that. I would 100% do long form, maybe like testimonials or house like what do you call it? Walkthroughs and maybe like also like tips and tricks and shit like that. That's what I'd 100% do long form. Long form is really good for, I guess, nurturing your audience. So and also giving them more value because you can't fit much value in a 60-second reel. Like I struggle to try and I'm talking flat out in my fucking reels trying to fit everything in there that I sort of
Yeah.
need to say. So long form's really good for that. So I'll definitely suggest that. It depends what niche and shit you're in though.
Yeah.
Whether
Cool.
you have
Right,
to
that's still for me. Thanks, mate.
Awesome. We'll go one more. Beck.
Um, with oh, can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, sorry. So with the money side of things, like as in like you can start up a PayPal account. How would you go about storing that money that you get, if that makes sense? Like, does that go through PayPal or
Like how do you store?
that makes sense?
Just say you send an invoice to someone for $400. How do you where does it go?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you like just say you send an invoice on PayPal, when they pay it, it sends it to your PayPal. It's in your PayPal account. So you'll have like a PayPal account. If you want to take it out of your PayPal account, you can just send it to your bank or send it to your crypto or send it, I don't know, wherever you want. Maybe your business account. Yeah, that's where I'd store it.
Oh, okay. Because I just wasn't sure in that aspect.
Yeah. Yeah, you can it's puts it into your PayPal first and then you can take it out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. Thank you.
No worries. But that's pretty much what I have got for everyone tonight. We'll run another one. I'll chuck the old masterclass in because a lot of you guys probably like, how do I grow my editing agency or any agency? I'll chuck that in the group. Everyone that's watching on YouTube, probably come join that group if you want to be on the next one. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming. I hope you got some value out of this and you now understand like the broad range of what a digital product actually means. And you can go out, print some money. Happy birthday to anyone that has a birthday soon. And I'll see you all later. Hugs and kisses.